Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Bearly Bearable Besties. I'm Thomas.
I'm Bianca.
So, it has been a little bit. We were on a break, but now we are back.
We are back.
We are back.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I hope you had a fantastic holiday season and a fantastic Christmas, fantastic New Year. And I hope you are ready to kick off 2023 with all new episodes of Bearly Bearable Besties with your favorite besties.
Wow.
That hurt
That was a lot.
so badly.
It was worth it. It was worth it. It was
Absolutely
a great intro.
worth
You got
it.
everybody
Yes,
hyped.
absolutely
They're ready
worth
for
it.
this now.
I bet you better be ready.
I'm not sure if I'm ready. I'm trying. I'm doing my best here.
I'm ready.
To be fair, I was ready like last week, and then we didn't record, and so I was now whatever.
Now it's all out of whack.
It's
yeah.
So we're here.
It's been a busy time for us though, guys. So we hope that you guys are we are glad that you guys have been patient with us because we've been trying to figure some things out. It is our senior year of college, guys. This is our last semester. Don't say that yet.
We're doing
it, guys. We're doing it. So we're gonna try to be weekly as we were, but
yeah.
You never know.
No buts. We will do double weekly, triple weekly. We're
gonna do 3 times a week. Oh boy.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We're actually gonna record every day. Did I forget to tell you that?
Oh man,
yeah.
We're gonna be the first ever daily podcast.
Yeah.
1 hour episodes every single day.
Oh yeah. We'll see.
It's gonna be great. But what did you do over the break, Bianca?
Sorry. I know they can't hear it, but we're recording in my living room now, and
there's a cop car outside.
And there's a police car going woo woo woo. I know you'll be able to take it out, but it's all I can hear.
Yeah, because I'm a professional editor, baby.
Anyways,
so if you're looking for someone to hire to edit your audio, email me at
Bearly Bearable Besties.
At bearlybesties@gmail.com. What if we get bought out? You know how bigger companies are like, oh, we have this smaller company, we'll just buy them out and we'll take their products. Like a bigger podcast is just like, oh, you see the smaller one? They're doing something similar, so let's just buy them out. Doesn't that entail that we would be on their team, though?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we stay on?
We join a network.
Ooh.
We could join a network, guys.
If you are wanting us to join your podcasting network and you are not an Instagram scam, please reach out.
Seriously.
We've had a couple of
We've
those.
had so many.
My favorite one was, though, it said,
oh, God. It said, I've been really enjoying listening to episodes of Insert Podcast Name Here. And
it was so great.
I love that personal touch. And also, we would like to finally tell you that Bearly Bearable Besties is sponsored by Buc-ee's.
Oh!
No, it's not.
No, but it should be.
But Bucky, if you're listening.
Mr. Bucky.
Okay, here's the thing.
Mr. E.
I can't Mr. E. Mr. Buck. Mr. Key. Here's the thing. We make that joke a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We make that joke a lot.
Yeah, we do.
And there was one episode, I can't remember which one. I'm not going to say which one. But there may have been about a 15-minute segment of an episode where we were just asking people to sponsor us.
No, it sounded so pathetic. We listened to it later, we were like...
Because we were totally,
joking.
We were totally joking. I mean, of course, if you want to
mostly
sponsor us,
joking,
if you want to sponsor us, we're not going to say no. Well, there are some companies we'd say no to, but but we were mostly joking, and then we listened to it, we're like, oh, this sounds sad. Not becoming a true professional podcaster such as ourselves.
Yeah, who are want to someday sponsored. We're going to be sponsored by someone, and potentially Bucky.
Potentially Bucky.
Yeah, so if you're listening on the
Bucky,
podcast...
so here's the thing. Bucky, if you're listening, don't sponsor us. We don't want it. Reverse psychology. See?
Really,
they don't know. They don't know I know this. But anyways, what did you do over the break?
If you're listening on the podcast, we're both wearing Buc-ee's shirts.
Yes.
And if you don't know what Buc-ee's is, I'm so sorry for you.
The greatest gas station on earth.
It's more than a gas station.
Unless they don't sponsor us, then it's just a gas station.
It's more than a gas station. It's a lifestyle.
Oh, good God.
It's
Okay, so...
Buc-ee's makes you feel like how Disney...
We're talking a lot about a thing that hasn't given us money yet.
Yeah, but we have to earn it. We're earning the money.
So, what did you do over the break? Besides you did go to Buc-ee's.
I did. I went home, which was great, and I taught lots of gymnastics, which is my favoriteest thing to do.
Besides podcasting.
I
don't sound so serious.
Yeah, I mostly was just at the gym, and it was great. I loved it. Yeah, and then for New Year's Day, my parents and I got the day off, and we almost never get the day off, and so we were like, what should we do? How about we drive to Buc-ee's?
Yeah.
Which is literally, like, it's just a gas station. It's more than a gas station, but like...
It's a gas station. It's a big gas station. It's like the Walmart of gas stations.
And so, yes, we drove from Indiana to Kentucky to go to the gas station, and then we drove home.
You drove back. Perfect.
That's what we did that day. And then we worked out. It was awesome. Yeah. What did you do over the break?
I didn't do too much over the break. It was a relaxing break.
That's nice.
So I'm trying to think. I don't want to give too much of my personal life away without like. Listen, I'm a secretive man. If I told you what I did for a living, I'd have to kill you. I'm a high school teacher, but my family hosted Christmas, so it was about 20 something people in our little house.
It's exciting.
Which was fun. We had a ton of fun, and so I had a great Christmas. And then my band and I recorded some music. The Shuffle's on Spotify. Not Spotify. We're not on Spotify. We're not on Spotify. We're on SoundCloud, if you'd like to listen to that. But so I recorded some music, which is so much fun. I haven't done it since.
Wait, can you tell me what they're called?
The Shovels.
I don't think that's what I call them.
They're spelled SHVLLS.
I don't think that's ever what I've called them.
But anyway, it's set in one of the songs. They put a little thing that says how to pronounce the name.
Oh, I remember that.
I didn't edit that one, but
I was
sorry. That was so much fun to start recording music again. I haven't done it in a long time. I haven't done it really in earnest since high school. So it was a ton of fun to finally get behind the microphone and do some music again.
A different microphone.
Yeah, not this microphone.
This microphone is a different.
An objectively worse microphone, but so that was a ton of fun. So that's what I got to do over the break. But I've missed this. I haven't gotten to podcast in a little bit. I haven't gotten to talk. My other podcast.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna shout it out every single episode. By the way, I just want to point out I will not do that. This is probably the last time I shout it out. But we recorded yesterday, so that was good to finally get back into podcasting.
Well.
What day is it? We recorded 2 days ago. Sorry,
yeah.
But I don't know what day it is anymore. I know it's Sunday, which means I have work tomorrow.
Yeah, so we gotta get.
Yeah, we gotta wrap it up. But we thought New Year.
Yeah, we thought we'd start the new year with like a rewind, a throwback.
Yeah, throwback. YouTube rewind. It's rewind time, everybody.
Oh man, remember we said we wanted to do that. We wanted to like talk about our Spotify Wraps and stuff. We totally forgot about that.
I mean, yeah, mine was just so much music that would be like. Yeah. I don't think Spotify Wrap talking about it is particularly interesting either.
That's true.
It's like, oh, here's these bands you may or may not have heard of.
Except for, so I teach gymnastics to children. That is the thing that I do with most of my time. Mm-hmm. And so I play music at the gym. And so not this year, but the year before, my number one song on Spotify was Do You Like Waffles? Which is the Do You Like Waffles? Yeah, I like waffles. Yes, that was my number one song. Number two was I Like to Move It. From the Madagascar soundtrack.
I'm glad that song transcends generations.
Yes, it does. The kids love it. And then number three was The Cotton Eye Joe. So those were my top three.
That song has transcended generations, I'll tell you what. But so we decided to look back. So because we are both. We're both born in 2000.
Yeah, we're 2000 babies, and then that year.
Elder millennial. You know what I hate? You know what trend I hate?
What?
People saying, "Oh, I'm an elder millennial." Shut up. You're a millennial. You don't need to specify. I don't know. Just something about that makes I don't like.
Well, no, I get it though because we're technically Gen Z, but we're not Gen Z.
Sure. So no, we're not. Because there's definitely. I mean, the thing with generations is what, like 20 years.
Yeah.
So like. I feel like are people born, if they were born today, would they be Gen Z?
Yeah. No, I don't know.
It doesn't matter. Well, generation distinctions are not particularly useful.
Right.
But they're interesting.
Well, I think people say, I think it's like 1999 to 2003 is like we all have the same childhood memories.
Pretty much.
I think it's 1999 to 2000.
Except for the 1999 people get to pretend that they're 90s babies.
Uh-huh. You're not.
They like to pretend that they're 90s babies.
I'm sorry if this upsets you, but you're not. So frustrating.
It is frustrating. But we decided to take a look at some of the early 2000s things. Now, we did this a few weeks ago. We did something similar. We started looking at like throwback things and stuff from our childhood. Yeah. But this is going to focus more on pop culture.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So we are going to start with a BuzzFeed quiz. Which one do you want to start with?
The quiz or?
Let's start with the quiz.
Okay. This
Well,
one,
you want to go with this? I think.
this one?
Yeah.
Okay, this one is, which rom-com from the early 2000s represents your love life at the moment? At the present moment.
At this current
moment.
Which rom-com from the early 2000s? All
okay.
Right. So this is yours or mine?
We'll make this yours. Thomas, what is your current relationship status? Are you single but doing better than ever? Are you falling in love? Are you with a significant other, or...
It's complicated.
Is it complicated?
Well, I am single and I'm doing better than ever.
Better than ever? Oh, that's great. Happy to hear that. I am also single but doing better than ever. All right. So
okay. All right.
Okay, go ahead. This upsets me. Go ahead.
What does?
Just read the thing.
All right. So Bianca, what is your love language? Is your love language physical touch, words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, or gift giving?
Why can't it be all of them? What if I just like everything?
You just like... Listen, I'm just saying, who doesn't like hugs? Who doesn't like being complimented? Who doesn't like spending quality time with someone? Who doesn't like when someone does a chore for you? And who doesn't like getting gifts?
Yeah.
So I guess, and so the thing with love languages is I think we should make the distinction. What are we referring to? What we prefer to give or what we prefer to receive?
I think when they ask that question, they're talking about what you prefer to receive.
Receive, okay.
But I do think they're different.
Yes, I completely agree.
Wait, quick tangent. Where I won't stay on it, but a couple of years ago, I had a stalker, and one of my favorite things about it was, he texted me one day.
Cool story, guys.
One day he texted me and he was like, "Hey, have you taken the love languages quiz?" And I was like, "No, I haven't." And he sent me the link and was like, "Take it and show me your results." And I was like, "Okay." And so I took the.
You're asking to get murdered.
I know. I took the love languages quiz and then I sent him the results, and then he was like, "Got it," and it was fun.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Understood. I understand the assignment. You what? I'm sorry. Wait.
No, because that's the other thing. I think.
Please stand by. Wait.
That's the other thing, though. I think your love languages change. I don't think you have. I don't have one that is always the first one. I think it fluctuates with what I need at the moment. So, like, at the time...
I think that I have one that's typically prevails under others.
But I had... Oh, okay. I had... at the time, I was on crutches, and so I needed a lot of help doing everything. So acts of service was my number one.
Sure.
But I don't know if that's my number one now. You know? I don't know. Okay, go ahead and do yours, because I gotta...
Yeah, okay, so mine, I would say the one that sticks out above the most for me consistently, when I'm in a relationship, if we're talking about that, because I feel like my love language for, like, friendships and family are very different, as they are different compared to in a relationship.
Yeah.
So, love language for a relationship, physical touch. I'm just so quiet.
Because I still have mine.
Editor, put some cricket noises in there.
You're the editor this time.
My computer's broken. What do you mean?
No, you'll do it on my computer.
Oh, okay, cool. I was gonna say
you have to fix.
Yeah, I gotta fix some audio issues, guys. There's a little echo in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go quality time. Actually, no, that's a lie. I'm gonna go words of affirmation.
Okay.
Because I love to hear how much you love me.
Sure.
Makes me so happy.
And I think that, like, some people feel like I feel like when you're looking at, like, that kind of stuff, people are just like, "Oh, I just need people to," and it's such a bad thing. No, it's not. I feel like it is not a bad thing that you want people to compliment you. I feel like that's very... I think everybody at their core wants to be loved, right? Or they want to be liked. They want people to show them that they like them. So I don't think there's anything wrong with any of this.
One of my friends at home, though, we have a thing, because we've been friends our entire life, and I would always be like, "I love you," and then he'd be like, "All right, bye." And I'm like, "Don't you love me?"
Wait a second.
I was like, "Do you not love me?" And he was like, "Of course I do." And I was like, "Then say it."
Sure.
And so now it's a thing. Every time before we leave, I go, "Love you," and he's like, "Love you too." Right. And it's cute and it's fun.
All right.
So words of affirmation. All right, let's go quick.
Okay. We can just skip this one. Who cares?
Well, we have to click something though. It's which zodiac sign do you usually?
Oh, do I usually fall for? Oh, I thought it was. Which one are you?
No. What do you fall for?
Okay. What are my past relationship zodiac signs? I cannot remember.
I honestly don't know. I'm gonna click. I don't know. I'm gonna click the Leo, Cancer, or Sagittarius, but I don't know. I don't have a thing.
I'll go Libra, Gemini, and Aries.
Okay, that's a good choice.
Who cares? Sorry guys, but like.
Pick your favorite 2000 singer.
Ooh, okay. We have Eminem, Beyonce, Britney Spears, Chris Martin. Is that it?
Yeah.
Just those three.
those were 4. That's the number 4.
Those 4 if I could count. Beyonce.
I'm gonna pick Britney Spears to be different from you.
Okay. Eminem is a close second for me.
I know. I was thinking of Eminem.
I love Eminem. Oh.
I'll play Britney Spears.
The Eminem Show is one of my favorite albums. Anyways.
What's your ideal first date? Picnic on the beach, watching the sunset from the mountains, dinner and a movie, fancy Italian dinner. Has to be Italian.
Has to be fancy.
Has to be fancy.
No Olive Garden here, no siree.
Is Olive Garden not fancy enough for you?
No. No, it isn't.
I like Olive Garden a lot.
Ooh, what about that Italian place that we went to with your family? That was really good.
Yeah, that was really good.
That was like New York Italian.
Yeah. Like Olive Garden has a crispy chicken fritta.
That does sound pretty good.
It's so good.
I've never had my experience with Olive Garden is just, I spent a lot of money. This better be great. And that's like, oh, probably could have made that at home.
Well, sure, but you didn't want to.
No, for sure. That's true. I could make anything I make in a restaurant, I could definitely make it at home and have it taste better. But, mostly. Watching the sunset from the mountains.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, no, because you and I both, we don't like the beach. We're not beach people.
We don't like the beach. A dinner's is an okay first date, but it's a gamble because what if you're not? If it's good if you are a good conversationalist.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at holding a conversation with like a first date or something like that. But if you're not, I would not recommend a first date or that as a first date. A movie is a horrible first date.
I don't think dinner and a movie should be a first date. I think that
could
totally be a date.
No, don't go on a first date to a movie.
Yeah.
Because then you're just sitting there in silence for 2 hours. That's dumb.
Nah, it's not. Nah. All right, you do this one.
What trait do you most appreciate in a partner? Loyalty, empathy, romance, or energy?
Okay, not romance. Which feels funny to say, but like, no.
You love rom-com and stuff, though.
Yeah, but that's not the trait I most appreciate in a partner.
You love Hallmark movies, though. That's the only trait they have in Hallmark movies is romance.
Not necessarily. Sometimes they have empathy. I don't know. They're not always very loyal in the Hallmark.
Okay, what do you choose?
What do you choose?
This is a hard one. Those are weird traits.
Those are not the traits that I would put.
I'll put energy because I feel like I could
never
never date someone who just doesn't want to do things. You know, because I like doing things. I like going out. I'm a spontaneous guy. I don't know if you guys know this.
We did though. We did go to a basketball game.
Yeah, we did spontaneously go to a basketball game because I was I guess I was in the library or something, and she just texted me and say, "Hey, there's a basketball game going on. Want to go?" And then we both went.
Yeah, it was great. We did it finally.
We finally did it. Something spontaneous.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Which one do you think I should go with? Loyal or empathetic? Loyalty. I'll go with loyalty. I like loyalty.
Okay, we gotta speed this up.
Yeah,
speed round.
We're going so.
Speed run.
Okay. Which physical trait are you the most attracted to? Eyes, hair, smile, abs. Smile. Love a good smile.
Ooh, I'll go hair. I'll be different.
Okay. We got the same movie.
What is that movie?
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Enemies to lovers? We think so. Next time you're getting caught up in competition with your enemy, you might want to take a step back and wonder if any feelings are involved. Kids, if you have an enemy, that does not mean that they like you. I never liked that idea of this kid's
he's teasing you.
Yeah.
So
he likes you. No.
Oh, I've gotten that so much in my life.
No, I have too for sure. But it's like that. I feel like it definitely, as a kid, it could register. It could register in their brains that I am flirting, but it doesn't mean that it's an acceptable way to flirt. You know, I'm not dismissing that could be flirting. I just don't think that's an acceptable way to do it.
Sure. Do you think that people say that? Because I know people say it to little girls all the time, like, "Oh, he's being mean to you because he likes you." Do they say it to guys too? She's being mean to you because she likes you.
Yes, but I'm sure not as much.
Okay. Yeah. Well, okay. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days is our answer. I have seen it. It's cute. However, it's Matthew McConaughey. He's not my favorite.
No. I like him though. Every interview, I'm like, okay, you're a cool dude.
I just can't get on board.
One of my
him.
favorite movies ever, The Gentleman. He's the star of it. He's fantastic. You would hate it. It's very violent.
Well, cool. So that's
Cool,
that
now
one.
we know.
Yeah.
So we're going to transition. We have a few more quizzes lined up, but we decided we're going to break it up, and we are going to do...
We're going to do so bad.
We're going to do so poorly. We're going to do... well, hold on. There's one that I really wanted to ask you. Okay, cool. So we have a trivia from OO's 2000. Trivia from the 2000s. Trivia from the 2000s. So we're gonna see how well we understand, how well we remember the 2000s.
I'm covering up the thing so that even I can guess. We can
Okay,
guess
cool,
together,
cool,
even
cool.
though it's for you.
Cool.
You want to go first?
Yeah, let's go first. So Bianca, you're a fan of the Olympics.
Oh.
You're a huge fan of the Olympics.
Okay.
So surely a connoisseur of the Olympic Games, one of the second largest sporting event on Earth. Second only to the World Cup. We figured that out when the World Cup was happening. Very close margin though. It was like by worldly viewers, it was like 1.5 billion for the World Cup, like 1.4 billion for the Olympics.
That's surprising.
So it's very close. But surely a connoisseur of the Olympics such as yourself would know when the 2000 Olympic Games were held in. What year was the what city was the 2000 Olympic Games held in? Was it held in Athens, Madrid, Sydney, or Florence?
2008 was Beijing.
Yes, that is true. Very big, very, very grand opening ceremony.
Mm-hmm. Sean Johnson and Nastia Liukin were in that one, and they did a great job. I was 8 years old, and therefore I paid attention a lot. Can I read them again?
Athens, Madrid, Sydney, or Florence? Athens, Greece.
2000s?
Madrid, Spain. Sydney, Australia.
Was it Athens?
Or Florence, Italy.
Was it Athens?
My guess would have been Athens. Sydney, Australia.
Dang it!
I don't peg Australia as an Olympic site. Seems kind of in the middle of nowhere to me. You know, like sort of far away from everything.
Yeah, but it's the Olympics.
Yeah, but they typically choose like big places. You know, like when's the next one? Shoot, is the next one LA?
No, the next one is Paris, and then the next one is LA.
Next one's LA. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Paris 2024 is next.
Gotcha. All right.
Wow, that's next year.
Well, because they had this whole one was sort of messed up.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
Tokyo ones.
What is the highest?
The perfect logo. It was cool.
It was so cool. They did good though.
No, it's fine.
What is the highest grossing film of the decade? The Dark Knight, Mean Girls, Avatar, or Castaway?
Well, Avatar, because it was Avatar until Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was that, and then I'm sure several superhero movies have gotten past it now. But have you heard anything about The Way of Water? The Avatar 2?
I haven't. No.
Apparently, it's pretty great. But everyone has told me that Avatar was only great because of its 3D technology, which is cool. And I can always watch a movie and be like, man, this would have been awesome when it was made.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I love the movie.
Yeah. No, I've never seen the original Avatar. So.
Right. Okay. What was the must-have flip phone of the 2000s? Was it Laser, Sidekick, Juke, or Razor?
Can it be Razor? Please let it be Razor. I had a purple Razor.
Razor was the brand. Yes, it was Razor.
Okay, great.
Yes.
That's funny because my question is, what brand of scooter was iconic in the 2000s?
Razor, right?
Yeah,
okay,
Slick State Razor or Rudolph.
I had a Razor scooter.
Yeah, it was Razor.
Do you ever hit your shin on it?
It's the worst.
I feel like that's a universal experience.
Worst.
Yeah, I feel like that's a universal experience. I'm glad that I was the only one. So I remember. Did you ever? As a kid, I would never have my shoes on. Never have my shoes on. I refused to put my shoes on. Like there was some. I remember sometimes where I went into whatever the equipment, my local equivalent, like a Food Lion or something like that, without shoes on.
Really?
Yeah. I'm talking super young, like maybe 3 or 4.
Okay.
That all changed when I was around 8 or 9, and the nail went through my foot. But
you've told me that before, and every time you
ever go on a Razor scooter with your shoes off?
I doubt it.
So what happened? So you remember? So the mechanism of a Razor scooter to brake was literally just this metal piece you would step on, and it would physically just make the wheel stop spinning, right? So if you had your shoes on or shoes off, you'd press it, and then it would heat up, and it would get too hot.
Oh, I do
So
know
you would
that.
have to take so you'd have to
Weird.
overheat.
Weird. that I remember that
Yes,
feeling
yes.
now that you say it.
Yes, and so you remember on the handlebars they had those little like squishy things. Mine never stayed on. I would always just be holding on to like bare metal. And I remember my friend got one and it was new and it had the things. I was like, this is what this would be. It was like an old biker getting back on like the hog. He was like, this is. I remember this like the back of my hand. I was made to ride.
No, I remember my best friend and I both got like pink Razor scooters for Christmas, and it was so exciting. Yeah. I don't know if it was the same Christmas or different Christmases, but we were both like, "Oh my gosh!"
So I had the old one, like they were just silver, and then they had like one, like the things would be either red or blue. So I think I had the blue one, and my sister had the red one.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I remember when I got too big for it, and my driveway is mostly gravel. And well, I think it is paved. It's just so torn up and old So I remember multiple times just like doing a front flip because I would hit a rock and just flip over.
That scares me.
Listen, it made me into the man I am today.
Proud of you. Okay.
Proud of you.
What star did Madonna kiss at the 2003 VMAs?
Oh.
Britney Spears, Drake, Avril Lavigne, or Kelly Clarkson?
Didn't she kiss like multiple people at the VMAs?
No,
I think it was Britney Spears.
This is iconic. I believe yes, at Britney Spears.
Okay,
yes.
I was gonna say, but I thought it was also Christina Aguilera's name. This.
No, and I don't think so. Not at
I'd have to look it up, but,
specifically.
Okay.
But no, that was she kissed Madonna.
Because that was a big deal.
Yeah, and remember I told you. So there's this new restaurant in my hometown called Chubby's. It's kind of like Chipotle, but with like good food.
Not sponsored by Chipotle.
not sponsored by Chipotle.
This city's getting one, by the way,
I know,
and I can't wait to not go to it.
Yeah, but they have. I have no idea why, but they have that kiss on one of the walls of the restaurant, and I'm always like, huh, interesting choice for a Mexican restaurant.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, go ahead.
What was the name of the first YouTube video ever posted? 2005. Was it called "Me in the Park," "Me in New York," "Me at the Zoo," or "Me in my house"?
You gotta hold them up so I can see them, because you say them so fast.
Me in the park.
Okay.
Me in New York. Me at the zoo, or me at my house?
Me in the park.
Okay. So, the first YouTube video ever... Are we keeping score?
No.
Okay, cool. The first YouTube video ever posted was me at the zoo. It was this guy who his friend was just filming him, and he was like, look, the elephants, or something like that. And then it's like 5 seconds long. It's still on YouTube.
That's so cool.
Because I remember I had to do a project on in Media 101 on the history of YouTube.
I feel like you're getting the questions I should ask you, and I'm getting the questions you should ask me.
No, because I know this answer. I
know.
put this in my pile because I know the answer. That's not fun.
Okay.
I was wondering if you knew that.
Which celebrity had a line of edible beauty products?
Oh, God. I have no idea. Do you know?
Hilary Duff, Jessica Simpson, Mandy Moore, or Ashley Tisdale?
Okay, let's think. I have no idea. So let's think who is most likely to have.
Early 2000s, yeah.
Early 2000s. So I can't remember who Mandy Moore is. So
okay,
I'm just not gonna guess her because Ashley Tisdale was doing Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and High School Musical.
And Phineas and Ferb. I guess that's later too, but still.
That is later 2000s, but
like,
she was also trying to establish herself as a genuine singer and a genuine actress.
And she had a great
album.
album.
So I don't think she would go to like Candy.
Mm-hmm.
Hilary Duff, however, she was in Lizzie McGuire.
Yep.
And I think she sort of leaned into that like. Kid.
No, she also tried to have her own album music career.
I'll still go Hilary Duff.
Okay,
I don't know anything about Jessica Simpson.
Jessica Simpson because she's pretty desperate. Jessica Simpson.
What does she do again?
She's nobody. Jessica Simpson.
Jessica Simpson, you're nobody.
But
if you want to be our first guest on the podcast after Danny DeVito, come on.
Yeah. Oh wait, who was the other person we just recently? Jack Black.
And Jack Black. If Jack Black wants to come on the podcast, then we would more than likely.
But I feel like we could get him.
We could probably get him, and we could do it to promote the new Mario movie because we both want to watch it anyways. And if we had a stream event with him and we're sitting down with him, we'd have to wait a week. I feel like the first 2 or 3 days he's gonna be busy. You know? He's gonna be.
The thing is, though, he seems like the kind of guy that we'd be like, "Hey, Jack Black, do you want to be on our podcast?" And he'd be like, "Yeah."
So Jack Black, if you're listening, this is gonna be our first TikTok. It's just
okay, for TikTok. Jack Black.
Jack Black. We know you're out there. We know you're watching.
I hope you see this.
We hope you see this, and we would love nothing more than for you to come on our podcast, Bearly Bearable Besties, either virtually or in person. We're willing to take either, I think. And we would love to discuss your new movie, the Super Mario Brothers movie.
We do have room on the couch.
We do have room on the couch.
Person,
exactly. We're totally fine with that. So just let us know, and we would love to talk to you, and we love your work. Thank you so much.
We love you, Jack Black.
Thank you, Jack Black.
There was one night a couple weeks ago that we were just up really late, just watching YouTube videos
videos
of Jack Black.
We're just watching Jack Black videos.
We were just watching him do the voiceovers for Kung Fu Panda.
And it came up because we were talking about comedy actors who had like been serious roles, and we were like, has Jack Black ever been a serious role? And the answer is not really. But we think he could.
We think he's gonna be so good.
We're just. I feel like we're waiting.
You know what I think? I bet he probably just isn't interested.
I think he. You can tell with like Kung Fu Panda and the Super Mario Brothers movie, he likes movies that he thinks he's gonna have fun in, and I totally respect that.
But he still has those serious moments even in those movies.
Yes.
You know, like even in Kung Fu Panda, he has moments where he's like.
But if the reason he's not in serious movies is because Hollywood doesn't trust him to do it, I think Hollywood. Hollywood. We know you're watching, and we'd love for you to put Jack Black in a serious movie. Anyways, this is a softball.
Okay.
What teen heartthrob was one of the first YouTube sensations?
Is it Justin Bieber?
It's
Justin Bieber.
I don't think we can stress for our younger viewers how insanely huge Justin Bieber was.
And how fast it happened.
It was like
it was overnight.
It was overnight because I remember I never remember the time when he was a YouTube sensation.
Yeah.
Because it was his transition from YouTube sensation to worldwide star was like within a week, and of course the circumstances around that are very sad, and if you hear him talk about it, it's very, very sad. But I remember all of the boys, all of the like little, because I was probably
all of the what?
I was probably like in second or third grade, right?
Maybe I'm not
maybe
sure.
Older than that. But all of the guys, like all the young boys, little boys are like little contrarians. They're just like, oh, the girls like this thing. Well, clearly we hate this thing. Right. So we all hated Justin Bieber.
Except for at the same time, you all started getting his haircut.
I didn't, but sure.
Still.
Well, listen, you gotta see what the ladies are into. We had Riz.
You hate it,
we had Riz in 5th grade.
Oh, did you? Well, we should do an episode about that.
About Riz?
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Can we tell them what we just learned? What that word means? Because
sure.
So here's the thing. I'm always out of touch.
Sure.
I never know what the kids are saying, and I don't know any of that. And so Thomas explained to me, because you know things.
Yeah, no, I am one with I know what kids like, right? I am a.
Oh God. Okay, never mind.
But Riz is short for charisma.
Yeah. I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
Riz is short for
I like it less that I know that.
I love it now. Now I get it.
Okay.
It's not just a made up word. Yeah. It has meaning.
But so I'm hip and she's not, and you can take that to the bank.
Yeah, because I don't have TikTok, so how do I possibly keep up?
That's true.
With the youth.
Do you remember the first time you heard the word Riz? Do you remember where you were?
I didn't know what it meant. I read it in a post and thought it was a typo.
So, but yeah, Justin Bieber was insanely huge. He was the thing for a long, I would say at least a few months. If
more
not.
Than that.
Well, the thing that everybody is talking about all the time. Like, that definitely petered out. But
I guess so.
He was also, he's certainly very much faded now. But
he's still, everyone
knows who he is. Everybody who's our age and older knows who Justin Bieber is.
Yeah. I wonder if it's like how like we're always gonna know Elvis Presley, I'm trying to think of an old name. That name's just in my head because it's all Frank Sinatra. Right. Like we all know random old, not random, not random.
I think that we would be in a minority of people who know who Frank Sinatra is. But
you understand what I mean.
Yes, no, I understand. And it's slow. Those names sort of start fading, and Justin Bieber is going to be one of those names that starts that like we all know. And when we're when we're like, how old is he? He's probably 10 years older than this.
Probably something.
So when we're like 70 and then the news breaks, okay, Justin Bieber has passed away, we're gonna be like, oh my God, I remember that name, and that kind of thing.
Oh my God, you're terrible.
I'm just saying, like we'll know, because there was also a trend that you didn't see on TikTok where you go. Where
no,
you,
I did see some. That's terrible.
So it's not funny at all.
I was upset about it. But no, never mind.
Okay, so
you or me.
You.
Okay.
I just went.
Who was the top selling musical artist of the 2000s? And we thought about this one already, but haven't looked at the answers.
Yeah.
Eminem, Usher, Britney Spears, Madonna. And it's really tough. I don't know.
To me, it's between Britney Spears and Eminem.
I know it's not Usher.
I know it's not Usher.
It's not Usher.
I would be surprised if it was Madonna.
I don't think it's Madonna.
Madonna is very, very much connected to the 90s to me.
Yeah. It
so I'd be surprised
more
if it was
more
Madonna.
90s than
So
2000s. But she did have songs in the
So what do you think? Are you thinking Britney Spears?
It might be Eminem. He might surprise us.
Do you want to say Eminem and I'll say Britney Spears?
No, I want to say Britney Spears.
Okay, then I'll say Eminem.
Okay. It's Eminem.
Whoa. Yes, because this was the time, early 2000s shoot. I'm trying to remember which albums he had out. I don't think the Eminem show was out. I think that was the 90s. But Recovery was out. That was I'm Not Afraid. And that was one of the biggest songs.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Yeah.
And also just all those collaborations he did with like Rihanna and those people that. So I feel that doesn't surprise me as much
either.
As it should.
No, I'm proud of him. Are you remembering now that you can't give me cards? Or...
Did you say I'm proud of him?
I think I did.
Proud. Thanks, Em. We're proud of you, Eminem. If you want to,
Eminem, if your love language is words of affirmation, I'm proud of you. I just want you to hear that, buddy. In case you needed to hear it. Did we do all the good ones?
Yeah, some of these are just too easy. Like, what was the and then we'll go back to a quiz. But this one will be. We already talked about this. I have screwed up these cards. What bracelets were shaped like animals and traded with friends?
Silly bands.
Silly bands.
Oh, I love.
So do you remember
bands.
how to spell silly?
Yeah, with a Z.
With a Z. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But also, it's funny. Slap bracelets. Do you remember slap bracelets?
Of course, I love slap bracelets.
Do you remember friendship bracelets?
I think those.
You mean the little?
Those are still a thing.
No, I know, but like not nearly as much.
No, they are still very much a thing. I think I work.
You're definitely.
I work with the age group that does friendship bracelets.
Sure, I don't think a lot of my high schoolers are doing friendship bracelets.
Yeah, that's sad. Oh my god, we should have friendship bracelets.
We should do friendship bracelets.
Let's make friendship bracelets live next episode. We make friendship bracelets. What sensational game app came out in 2009? Flappy Bird, Angry Birds, Green Pigs, or Happy Birds? Okay, so they tell you the answer.
Yeah, well, I would have said Angry Birds anyways. I feel like I remember Flappy Bird being a thing in high school.
Yeah, do you remember Flappy Bird though?
I know. I played it once and was like, I hate this, and then never played it again.
No,
I didn't like it at all.
It destroyed people. Like
destroyed the creator.
Yeah. Wow. Crazy.
Yeah.
Interesting time.
Interesting. But.
Yeah. Are you going to talk about this, or are you going to talk about that? Which one do you want to do?
Let's do this one.
Okay.
We're already on.
So this one is.
I don't know this app, by the way.
What? Well, never mind. But let's just. It's fine. This 2000s quiz will reveal your. How do you say it? AIM. Screen name.
So AIM is AOL Instant Messenger. So apparently this was the thing before.
Right before.
Before like text messaging or WhatsApp or things like that.
Yeah.
So. It was basically just like a modified.
It's instant message. Yeah.
It's instant message. It was apparently revolutionary. Now I think we're both too young to remember this, but.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I had access to a computer until I was probably
either.
in middle school. So.
Okay, but we'll do it. We'll do it anyways. Do we have to read this? Okay.
So basically, apparently, it was very uncommon to use your actual name for your like AIM username, so you'd use something silly, and.
Like.
We're about to.
Yeah. Okay.
We're about to figure out what it is. I did not want to give any examples.
I only think it's usually like Dolphin Girl 7.
Oh.
Like that type of thing.
Should we give each other ones first?
Ooh. Well, let's take the quiz and think about it, because I want to think about it.
Yours is Dolphin Girl 7.
Shut up. Okay. First, choose a 2000s TV show.
All right, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Lizzie McGuire, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Gilmore Girls, Rocket Power, Animorphs. So Animorphs and Dawson's Creek and Bug Juice. So Animorphs, I remember, was my favorite book series as a kid. Yeah. And then I tried to watch the show on YouTube, and it was horrible.
I think you should pick it, though, because it's your favorite book series.
No, because here's the thing. If I went back and watched those shows, I feel like I would love Buffy the Vampire Slayer if I watched it now.
I've never seen it.
I've seen clips. I feel like I genuinely, because I love cheesy stuff like that, I feel like I'd love it. And I love Sarah Michelle Gellar. So.
My answer, for sure, 100% is Lizzie McGuire. Like, no question. I am Lizzie McGuire.
Hold on one second. I'm trying to make sure that's right. Yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar. I love Sarah Michelle Gellar. So. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know if she was like in a spinoff, and I was getting confused. But
yeah. But okay,
Ooh.
did you watch
This
Lizzie
will be
McGuire at all?
No.
Okay, because she
I
had
had
this
I had the
thing-
Lizzie McGuire game on my Game Boy.
Oh,
I think.
really?
Yeah.
Well, she had this thing where she would kind of almost like daydream type of thing, but an animated version of
No,
Lizzie.
I think that's really cool.
And I think that's how I see myself in my head with like my Bitmoji.
But it's your Bitmoji. Yeah,
It's my
I knew you were
Bitmoji.
going to say that. Even though your Bitmoji until recently didn't look anything like you.
No, it was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago. But
Yeah.
she had a blonde Bitmoji for a long time.
Because
And
I was blonde.
Because here's the thing. But here's the thing that made me upset about it is that you fought for it. You were like, no, I'm blonde. I was like, I can promise you, you're not.
No, you made me really look in the mirror that day. I really
Okay.
looked at myself.
Pick a retail store. This will be fun.
Claire's.
Claire's,
PacSun. Is Build-A-Bear a retail store?
I don't. I thought this was like the aesthetic kind of thing. What aesthetic are we going for?
Okay. American
But
Eagle.
Build-A-Bear is not an aesthetic, I don't think.
American Eagle, Hot Topic, The Gap,
Delia's?
Delia's? Okay, and FYE.
Okay, so here's the thing. Do you remember which one was yours? Which
I
one
do.
mine? Okay. I'm tempted to pick Build-A-Bear just because that's fun. But here's the thing.
But what was
If
your
we're talking about what my aesthetic was when I was a kid, it was definitely Hot Topic.
Yeah.
But I worked at FYE and I loved working at FYE, so I'm gonna pick FYE. So FYE was a movie and music store. Now it is mostly like an anime merch kind of store. They had to. Nobody buys that kind of stuff anymore. I think they have vinyl too because that's coming back. But now I went in there recently and it was all like movie merch and anime stuff, which isn't my thing. But I worked there and I feel like I would be remiss if I didn't pick the store I worked at for a year.
I'm not.
And I had so much fun. I loved working there.
I'm not gonna pick Hot Topic. However, I am gonna say they have an amazing Disney collection, and so
do.
I would go into Hot Topic all the time and just stay in the corner. I was thinking.
I was gonna
scared.
say you were definitely probably scared of
I
it.
think I was scared of the
Here's
rest of the
the
store,
thing.
but Disney corner in the
This
left.
is gonna make me some enemies, but I feel like now the music I listen to has definitely evolved and has become less about aesthetic and more about content. And I still listen to punk rock, I still listen to like heavy metal and stuff like that. But the gothic stuff isn't as appealing to me, and it seems kind of cheesy to me. But if you're younger and you're into that, or if you're older and you're into that, good for you. That's just I think I've not grown out of it, but grown in a different way.
Yeah.
And so
Taste change.
yes.
That happens. I'm picking Claire's. Like for sure.
My aesthetic certainly when I was in middle school was like all black, and now my aesthetic is just vintage shirts and things like that. But
very vintage.
very vintage.
Okay, choose a musical act. Green Day, Destiny's Child, My Chemical Romance, Avril Lavigne, U2, Spice Girls, Mariah Carey, or NSYNC. Ooh! I'm going Spice Girls.
Okay. Now I think the fact that I gotta respect the hustle of you two to be able to gaslight your way onto every single person's phone.
Did you hear they regret
in
that?
existence. I'm sure they do.
No, but they recently spoke out about it, and they were like, "Yeah, we wouldn't do that again. We're so sorry."
Yeah.
I hated it so much.
And because I don't like you two. It's a hard one.
I think they're from Indiana, though, aren't they?
That's why I hate
Woohoo,
them.
go you too.
That's why I hate them. So here's the thing. Again, it's one of those things where I'm having to choose between my past
We're
self
talking
and my
about the
current
2000s, though.
I know, but here's the thing. And of course, in middle school, I would have chosen My Chemical Romance all day. But considering I listened to Green Day on the way over here, I'll probably have to choose Green Day.
Gotta choose Green Day. That's fair. All right, pick some 2000s chat speak.
Chat speak. Good God.
Noob.
With 2 zeros.
2 zeros. Yep.
Got to go, but G2G.
G2G. Yeah.
That
one.
RAR
XD.
What is that?
This guy.
What is that one? I don't know what that one is.
Say these two.
Talk to you later and what's up? See, I say what's up a lot. I say what's up all the time. Love you like a sister.
LYLAS. Love you like a sister.
See, I think, okay, here's my thing. I say what's up a lot.
What's up?
But if it were easier to do the little shrug guy, I would type him a lot more, so I'll go with that one.
Yeah, that looks like you. I like
it. Looks like me, or it looks like something I would do?
No, it looks like you.
Okay.
I'm saying G2G because I think I said that a lot when I was like 12.
Here's the thing. It's
However, I really like Love You Like a Sister.
Love You Like a Sister. Now that you say that, I feel like that was a Disney show
Yeah.
thing, but I don't remember.
A Disney show thing?
I feel like there was a Disney show that they said that, but I don't remember what.
Okay, pick a 2000s crush.
Orlando Bloom, Brandy, Usher, Mia Hamm, Haley Williams, Leonardo DiCaprio, Chad Michael Murray, and Megan Fox. Okay.
Okay,
Well, you go first.
Here's what's funny. This is taste change also.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I probably would have said Chad Michael Murray.
Where is he from? I've definitely heard that name. But...
Yeah, he's in a bunch of stuff, but I would know him at the time from being in A Cinderella Story with Hilary Duff.
Gotcha. Okay. Yes. I love that movie.
I know, it's so good. But I would not. I'm not gonna pick him now. I think now I would pick Orlando Bloom.
As you should.
Yeah.
I mean, look at him.
Yeah, I mean, he's so cute.
He is a handsome man.
Oh yeah, I gotta go Orlando Bloom.
Okay, so I am deciding between Orlando Bloom. I would say Leonardo DiCaprio, but I'm probably too old for him. I would have said that was out of pocket. I'm so sorry.
I didn't even hear it at first.
You were just like, yeah, that was out of pocket. I'm sorry, Leo.
Don't be sorry. You're right. You are.
But I have to say, if I would drop everything to date Haley Williams right now. So
yeah, that's
go
fair.
for it.
I was worried you were gonna say Megan Fox, and I was gonna punch you in the face.
I don't care for Megan Fox. Here's the thing: have you read about her and Machine Gun Kelly's relationship? First off, I want to point out, I as a person who loves punk rock music, I enjoyed his album that he made, Tickets to My Downfall. I really enjoyed it.
But did you see?
But here's the thing: he is absolutely insane, and she is totally insane with him, and it is really nuts. Them. Yeah, keep that contained, right? They like drink each other's blood regularly and stuff like that. It's bizarre. But what I'm hearing is that we're not real friends. Is that no? Next week on Bearly Bearable Besties,
we make friendship bracelets and end it there.
And then
that's the end. But did you see
that would take the entire hour-long episode for me to figure out that.
Me too. Did you see their engagement ring though?
Oh, it's like it hurts to take off. Is that a thing?
Oh, okay, yeah, that's weird.
It's like thorns, which is cool, but then apparently it hurts them to take it off, so they'll never take it off or something like that.
But it's really cool though because they have like it's 2 rings and they're diamonds that like go together, and it's like his thing and her thing or something. It's really cool.
No, they look awesome.
Apart from the weird things.
Right.
Okay, pick a class superlative. I think you should pick mine, and I should pick yours.
Cool. So
you do mine first.
Okay. Most likely to be in the NFL.
That's mine.
Most likely to start a fashion line, start a band, write the next Harry Potter, own a farm, get married, climb Everest, or be president. I am deciding between fashion line and be president.
Aww.
But I wouldn't vote for your fashion line.
That's funny. Okay. Oh my gosh, this quiz is still going.
I don't think we'll get to the last one. But...
Yeah, no. Well, we can talk about it briefly, but not most likely to be in the NFL, but you're tall. Isn't that a thing?
NBA. Boom.
Okay, there you go. I'm gonna pick most likely to write the next Harry Potter, but not Harry Potter.
You mean write a next big book?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which I know.
You think I'd be a good writer?
Yeah. Well, but listen to me. I know you don't think you're a good writer, but you're a really good storyteller.
Really?
Yes.
What?
Thomas, you're an amazing storyteller. I love when you tell stories. No, but you are. You're a really good storyteller. You might need a ghostwriter, but I think you can get it done.
I'll just tell them the concept and they figure out the words.
Yeah. But no,
I feel like somebody, I feel like, you know what I could be? I could be a good comic writer, and then someone else would draw it. And stuff like that. Because like comics is, I was listening to this podcast, Casual Interaction, and it was this guy who's a comic writer, and he was saying that basically writing comics is sort of like writing plays. You have to like write out scripts and like movements and things like that. So I feel like I'd be much better at that.
Well, so that's what I'm saying. So not necessarily the next Harry Potter, but
interesting. All right, cool.
Unless you would want me to climb Everest.
No, I am pleasantly surprised by that. Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
But I guess
I should have clicked start a band, but
I've already started 2.
But that's what.
How many bands have I been in? Jesus. Well, okay. Well, I think because I think if you started a line right now, you could be like the next JoJo Siwa. You know,
I so could.
Yes, you absolutely could. It'd be with headbands instead of the little bow things. But
I could be JoJo Siwa.
I think so. Absolutely.
Yeah. My own brand of JoJo Siwa, but
maybe like JoJo Siwa, but for like athletic people. Like for like athletic gear.
Specifically gymnasts.
Yes.
Gymnasts.
It'd be like a Leo, but it had like a tutu on it connected.
Heck yes. I'm into it. Okay, choose a Oh, a 2022 pop culture event.
Interesting.
The Don't Worry Darling Spitgate.
I don't know what that is.
People thought that Harry Styles spit on Chris Pine on purpose because they thought there was like beef there.
Watching their interviews, you can tell.
Yes.
Chris Pine is so over Harry Styles.
Jennifer, J-Lo, and Ben Affleck get married.
Okay.
What?
I've just heard that they don't have a great relationship, so I don't know.
Kim Kardashian wearing Marilyn's dress, the Wordle craze, Adam Levine's issue, the slap, the If I Was Your Mother video. Did you watch that?
No, I didn't.
This woman did a video to Vladimir Putin and was like, Vladimir Putin, if I was your mother, I would have shown you love. I would have, and it was so stupid.
Oh my god! And it was Okay, I'll pick that one because that's hilarious. That's so like I have no idea what that is.
Oh my gosh, it's still going. Okay, I'm picking the slap.
The slap, yeah. We talked about it on someone else's podcast.
Oh, we did? Yeah, I forgot about that.
I thought it was ridiculous, and I think that was dumb.
No, it didn't say pick something good. All of those were pretty bad.
Yeah, all of those were interesting.
Okay, pick a 2022 movie. I'm going Wakanda Forever, because that's the only one I've seen on this weird list.
Right.
What are you picking?
Go all the way to the bottom.
You should pick that one.
Go all the way to the bottom. No, okay, go up again. I'm gonna go Marcel the Shell with Shoes On.
Did you watch it?
No, but I've heard it's great.
Oh, okay.
And I saw the trailer or whatever, and I was like, that looks awesome.
Okay, I think this is probably the last question. Choose a goal for 2023. To find a new job, to refresh your wardrobe.
If that's your goal for an entire year, I'm sorry, but I don't know what to tell you there. You need a better goal.
To go to Comic-Con, to spend more time outdoors, to fall in love. I hate that as a goal.
Yeah, that seems like the one thing in your life you should never force.
No, and you should never make that your goal. I had a friend a couple years ago who was like, my goal is by the end of the year I'm going to be in a relationship. And I was like, I don't like that. And
yeah, because you're just going to pick the first thing that breathes in your direction, you know?
It did make me happy, though. At the end of the year, he was like, yeah, you were right. That was a bad idea. And I was like, yes! And so, it made me happy.
Gotcha!
Anyways.
You do love saying I told you so.
I do! I wish I didn't, but I do! It makes me so happy.
You really like saying I told you so.
I don't, though. Because
yes, you do.
Because if you had listened to me, then I wouldn't have to say it.
To get a new pet, to work out more, or to have more me time. So, okay. I think the biggest thing for me is definitely to get a new job because I'm about to graduate college and I don't have a job like sort of in mind. Of course, always work out more, always spend more time outdoors, but like that's not the forefront of my mind. So I'll say find a new job.
Okay. I'm gonna pick.
Go to Comic-Con would be fun though.
That would be really fun. That should be our 2024 goal.
2024. Boom.
Maybe
there's a podcast con.
Oh, there is.
PodCon?
Oh my god, we should have a booth. I'll see. I'll get us in. We'll talk. I'll reach out.
Right next to Joe Rogan, in between Joe Rogan and
Pod Meets World.
In between Joe Rogan and Andrew Tate. Let's go. Right.
Oh
That's right there. They're like, hey guys, can we get a new booth, please? We're I think you put us in the wrong section.
No, it's like what was it? They almost classified us as like a lifestyle podcast.
They tried to classify us as a lifestyle podcast.
And we were like, I don't know if that's right.
I think my other podcast, The Smiling Rainbow Unicorn of Doom, is classified as a culture podcast, and I don't know why. I think because the comedy wasn't an option when I made it like 4 years ago, so I just had to put it like culture or something like that.
I know it's really silly because I work out a lot, but I'm gonna pick to work out more.
Okay.
And I want to tell you why really quickly. So I'm going to Collegiate Nationals in April, which is really exciting. Thank you. I'm very excited. But I was like scrolling on Instagram and trying to like meet people who are also going so I could like know people, and I was really excited. And I saw this one girl who's a little like me, but she's been lifting a lot longer than me, and she's so cool and so strong. And she her numbers are like way higher than mine, but I'm amazed by her. And I was watching her video. She's deadlifting like 300 pounds or something, and I was like, I can do that. I can do that?
You're seeing someone doing it.
Like, it was almost like I got permission. Like I know I can't do it right now, but seeing
seeing someone who's your similar age, similar size doing it.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, I didn't think that I could. But seeing someone like me do it, I was like, oh my god, no, I can't. And now, like, a couple nights ago, I couldn't sleep. I was up all night thinking about it and, like, making plans. Like, okay, so if I do this and this, then I'm gonna... So, whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm picking to work out more because I want to be like that awesome girl who was on my Instagram.
Yeah. That's perfect. I mean, I would love, like, you got... What?
Okay, hold on.
I would, like, guys, think about this for a second. Think about that moment in your life where you see someone doing the thing you want to be doing. Do it. I feel like I've definitely seen someone who has a job I want to have. And like I'm like, you're my age and you're doing this, you know, like that, or like I feel like there are some people who are like, you're my age and you have a web show, you have a show on the internet. Do your parents know? You know, like something like that. And I was also, and I feel like nothing's ever out of reach, guys.
And I was really
shoot for the stars.
I was really proud of myself. I know it's silly, but I think even a couple years ago, I would have like seen her on Instagram and been like, oh, she's so much stronger than I am.
Exactly.
I can't do. Why she can't do it?
Right.
And that's not how I reacted this time. I was like, oh my god, she's so cool. I want to do that too.
Exactly.
And so I was really like, character growth.
Exactly. No, for sure.
And I think I did have a moment of, and then I went, hold on, wait, no.
Wait a second.
This is okay.
You remember
this
that
is
you're
a good
cool?
thing.
You're a cool person.
Wait, do you remember a couple nights ago it was like 4 a.m. when I texted you? She's like, I'm weak.
Is that what that was? I get this. So I was asleep, but I wake up at 5:30, and I get a text, and she has a text from her at 4 o'clock in the morning. Because I'm weak. I'm a small little weak girl, and something like that. And I was like, what does this mean? And you never responded.
Because I was like, oh, never mind.
Never mind. I'm not weak.
Never mind. I'm strong. Everything's fine. but anyways. That's okay. Yeah. Are you ready to hear your name?
The only disability is your... What is it? I saw some sign at the school I work at that said something like, the only disability is your...
Like
the only disability... No, here's what it is. The only disability is a bad attitude.
Yeah.
That's the only disability?
No.
Okay.
Amen.
Yeah, really. Okay. Amen. Listen.
Preach. No. Okay, you ready to hear your...
This is mine?
Your username? This is... Yes, this is yours. You are...
Yes.
You are... we're gonna say... I'm gonna spell it first. It's G33KY Chick 4, which is Geeky Chick 4.
4. I'm the fourth.
I told you
one.
there's always a number. What did I say? Dolphin 7, Geeky Chick 4.
Geeky Chick 4. Okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my next podcast.
Okay.
Geeky Chick 4.
And
there's gotta be me and 4 geeky chicks or 3 geeky chicks.
What?
Porsche apologist to... Okay, hold on. You have never felt more nostalgic for the 2000s than you do right now. Seeing Porsche in the White Lotus dressing like Lizzie McGuire actually made you kind of jealous. What is the sentence I just read?
I don't think that sentence has been put together before. Before this, I mean.
Seeing Porsche in the White Lotus dressing like Lizzie McGuire actually made you kind of jealous. You like to live out loud and approach all things with an admirable boldness, which is true. You go out and get the bucket hat of your dreams. You deserve it. I think you'd look sick in a bucket.
I've never worn one. Not once. Never put one on my head.
You should get a bucket.
You should get me a bucket hat.
Okay. When's your birthday?
You're not actually asking. You know I'll be so sad.
I do know your birthday. Okay.
Yeah, you don't need to say it. I believe
read this one.
Okay, so for Geeky Chick 4.
Geeky Chick 4.
Your fandoms mean the world to you.
God, I already hate this.
And you wear geek as a badge of honor.
Oh my god. Listen, I am... Here's the thing. Here's my thing. I am fine with you having fans. Okay.
You really can't understand what people do with their time if it's not obsessing over their favorite TV, movies, or books. But, like, seriously, what do they do? Never lose your enthusiasm or curiosity.
Oh,
Thomas,
boy.
Geeky Girl 4.
Geeky Girl 4.
Or Geeky Chick, sorry. Geeky Chick 4.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
What's the thing?
Here's the thing. If you like stuff, I like things. I like a lot of things. I like a lot of things that could be considered nerdy or geeky. I've never once been like, oh, I'm like, get a shirt that says
you don't call yourself a geeky chick?
No, because I think that's lame.
You're a pretty geeky chick, Thomas.
Oh god.
I'm putting that in your contact in my phone.
Geeky chick?
Yeah.
4?
Thomas.
You have to spell it like
4?
that too.
I will.
Oh, so how long have we been going?
Oh, I guess yeah.
Before we start a new quiz.
Oh, like perfect timing.
All right.
Awesome. So we're not going to start this quiz, but I'm going to talk about just a couple of them.
Okay, sure.
Because this one is about reboots, since reboots are happening all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So reboots of the 2000s, and would you watch them?
By Mary Colusi?
Sure. So the question is...
Just rapid fire, let's
would
go.
you watch a reboot of That's So Raven?
No.
The problem is I was going to say yes, however, it exists and I have not watched it.
Oh.
So
that's right.
It's called
Is it the same girl?
Yeah, it's Raven Simone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's really great. I've watched clips, I just haven't actually seen it.
I wouldn't.
Danny Phantom.
If it were made into like a Riverdale like sort of horror one, then yes.
I never saw the
like
original.
a serious one, then yes.
Zoe 101.
No, it's perfect as is.
It's happening.
Oh.
They're making a reboot of Zoe 101.
It's perfect.
They just announced it. Did you watch it?
The reboot?
No, the original.
Yes.
Oh, I never watched it.
I loved it.
Yeah, I did.
It's one of my favorites.
Huh. Do you know this?
Yes. Would you watch a reboot of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends? Yes, I think it'd be fun. I think that'd be a good one.
He looks familiar to me.
Yeah, so basically it's just this, it's a house. It's like a foster home that I think, like every kid has an imaginary friend. And then once they grow up, the friends go to like foster care, like a home. And I think that'd be great. I think that would be a fantastic like claymation movie or something like that.
I would watch
that'd be
that.
fantastic.
That's a great concept.
I think there could be a lot of really hard, like tough. It could be really sad but really heartwarming sort of thing. I think that'd be great.
Phineas and Ferb.
No, I don't think they need to reboot it because it's
happening.
I know it's happening, but it's only been dead for like 6 years.
Yeah, but
I feel like the thing with reboots is you gotta wait at least like 15 years. Like when Dumbo had a reboot, I was like, that makes sense to me. Lion King came out 15 years or 16 years before they rebooted it. It did not need to have a reboot.
Yeah. Well, I think, but the thing is,
and Aladdin did not need to have a reboot.
That's a different conversation.
Yes.
But the thing with Phineas and Ferb though is that the concept.
I guess reboot is more like a continuing on, like a that '90s show kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which also.
But the thing with Phineas and Ferb is that it is a concept that probably could go on forever. There's a million different ideas.
The concept of, and I definitely appreciated it more when I was younger, and just
I've been rewatching
the concept
it. So funny.
The concept of these two kids are geniuses, and they're almost like they're doing the things that all the kids during summertime when they're outside with their friends would imagine they're doing, but they're actually doing. I think that's a great concept.
Yeah, So and then the whole.
I don't know where the Perry and Platypus came from, but I'm glad
I would love to hear about it actually. And do you ever watch the Doofenshmirtz guy's videos?
Dan Povenmire?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's great.
He's so great. Lizzie McGuire. So do you know about this?
The reboot?
Yeah.
No.
So Lizzie McGuire.
Are these all happening?
No. Lizzie McGuire's not
Disney,
happening.
write some new stuff, guys.
Well, so Hilary Duff and all the people got together and wanted to reboot Lizzie McGuire. They had a script. They agreed on it. I believe they started filming. And then Hilary Duff wanted it to be Lizzie McGuire navigating life in her 30s.
Sure.
And she wanted it to be like real and authentic of a 30-year-old life. And Disney said, absolutely not. This is gonna be like cute, wholesome TV like always. And Lizzie was like, no, I don't. Or Hilary Duff was like, I don't. That's not.
That's tough. Having a 30-year-old play a high schooler with high school problems would be stupid.
Yeah, and so Hilary Duff said, no, we're not doing this anymore.
They could have probably done something like she's a mom of a high schooler or something like that. But
she didn't want it to be.
No,
like
I know. But
yeah, and so it's not happening. But if it did happen, I would watch it in a heartbeat because I miss Gordo. I was in love with Gordo. Oh, I loved him. Kim Possible.
No. Here's why I would not watch
Go ahead.
Kim Possible. Because they made one and it was horrible.
They made a live action. Kim Possible should not be live action.
I agree, but here's the thing.
Kim Possible should
here's
not
the
be
thing.
live
When
action.
it's great, when something is great like that, I don't think it ever needs to be remade.
Well, and so the voice actress.
I think that they could do just as well by just doing rerun. I think that would be better. Really, the question to me is, do you want to see it again? Like if you're watching it, would you prefer it to be a rerun or would you want it to be a reboot? If the answer is a rerun, then then it's too good to redo, I think.
I agree. I think Kim Possible is perfect as it is, but I wish we could not reboot it. I wish we could bring it back to the forefront because I think kids should watch it.
Sure.
And I got a couple kids to start watching it and I'm so proud of myself.
Right. And I think that's the question is if it's that great,
it's perfect.
Would having a reboot have a chance to ruin it? And if the answer is yes, then just, True Jackson VP?
Yeah.
I don't remember that show being popular or well liked when it happened.
I liked it.
I don't remember people. It only lasted like 2 seasons.
Yeah,
right?
I didn't really watch it at all because it was on Nickelodeon. I exclusively watched the channel.
Sure, I almost exclusively watched Nickelodeon. Actually.
Oh really? But I only watched. Was it Nickelodeon or?
It was on Nick.
Okay, I only watched it when I went to my friend's house. And so if it was on, I remember really liking Keke Palmer.
I like
funny.
the VP he was on Whose Line Is It Anyways? I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I know.
I like him. No, I would not watch it. I wouldn't bother.
Yeah, I really like Keke Palmer though, so I think it would probably be good.
They already okay. So would you watch a reboot of Invader Zim? They already made one. Apparently it was good. That's never been my thing.
I never had any interest in Jimmy Neutron at all.
Really, I loved it. I don't think it would. I don't think it would translate well. So the problem with go to that one. Actually, I don't want to do the other one. But no.
Oh, sorry.
So here's the thing. I think I don't want to see like. Oh, okay, never mind. But I don't. I have no idea what I was about to say.
It started raining harder, and I got distracted, so it's fine. Okay, do this one, and then we'll be done.
Okay. Would you watch a reboot of Codename Kids Next Door? So do you remember? Do you know anything about? It's on Cartoon Network.
I have nothing. I've seen that guy before.
That's a girl. So
I've seen that hat before.
So Codename Kids Next Door was these kids who had a treehouse, and they would go out into the treehouse, and then they were like in this giant international organization of spies of other kids who would use their treehouse as a base.
Oh,
and they had like ways to, and they had the super high technology.
That's fun.
And they're always fighting like adults and people trying to make them into adults, like that kind of that theme.
I like that.
I think it would be fantastic as a reboot. I think it could only.
Would you want them
my logic doesn't apply, I guess, because I think it was great when it happened, but it can also be expounded upon and be great in a different way, and maybe be a little deeper than just this person's trying to make me into like a. Because one of the main villains is like these boring kids who all wear suits and ties and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think it could be a little deeper than that. And I think it could benefit well from
that. That's cool. I like that. Did you ever watch Ned's Declassified?
Yes.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
I loved Ned's Declassified. But
here's the thing.
I for sure had a crush.
Okay, here's what I was trying to say. Here's what I remember I was saying. So it was that 70s show and that 90s show. Mm-hmm. So I've watched some clips from that 90s show. They were trying to do the exact same jokes they did in that 70s show, and that's why it sucks. Because you can't do the exact same jokes you did years ago, because it's not funny anymore. And there's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't mean it wasn't funny then. That just means if you watch it now, you can appreciate it. But if you're remaking it and it's like, oh, this was made in 2023 and they're making these jokes, that's not funny. No, and I feel like Ned's Declassified would be the exact same way. You can't remake it. Because one, they're all grown adults, so you have to put them in a completely different situation. So, which to me, why are you even doing it then?
Well, a lot of these.
I'm very passionate about this. Apparently.
a lot of these actors, just really want to do their stuff.
That's right. No, he's on TikTok saying that he wants to do like an adult survival guide.
But they're not doing it anymore. So they wrote a big pitch and they pitched it to every like network as much as they could, whatever, and it was hard no. They were like, we're not interested in this at all.
Sure. And
so it's the three main people: the girl, Mose, Cookie, and Ned. Yes. Wow, I got those names. Whoa. Those came to me.
Her name Mose?
Is that, I don't know, is it something like that?
Something like that.
I said Mose. Whoa.
Loud. I hope that came up in the mic.
But so it's the three of them, and they were trying to pitch it, and no one would take it, and so instead now they're doing a rewatch podcast, which seems to be the next step.
That's fine.
I think that's more of a question. Rather than reboot, which rewatch podcast would you rather listen to? Pod Meets World. I love you guys.
I think I would be. It's because I'm a
Office Lady.
Because I'm a geek. I would be more interested in the more technically advanced shows, and seeing like, I never watched it, and seeing like them talking about these, I don't know, one of my favorite things ever was a Netflix special they did on the making of the Dark Crystal, and like showing how they did the puppets and how they made the puppets, and like the mechanical interesting stuff like that is a lot more interesting to me.
True. Yeah.
So I would prefer a more advanced show, like a more technically advanced show like that. I can't think of I'd love to do a rewatch podcast of the Big Blue House or the Bear in the Big Blue House, and tell how they did the suit and how they did the little puppets and stuff like that.
Okay, wait, I gotta say this one real quick.
Then we gotta go.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. Okay, Phil the Future. You said you didn't watch it.
Is that Brenda's song?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, she was the it girl of Disney for so long, man. She's in everything.
She's married to.
I don't think
Macaulay
they're married.
Culkin?
Are they married? I don't think they're married.
I think they're engaged.
I think they've just been together for a million years. Wait.
Macaulay Culkin, Brenda Song, if you're watching.
You can come on the podcast.
We don't know if they're interesting, though.
I'm sure they're interesting.
Maybe.
But anyways, Phil the Future is for sure a concept that you could do anytime. So basically, it's in the early 2000s, and Phil and his family are from the future, and then they were like in the middle of time traveling, and their time machine crashed in whatever decade or whatever time in the early 2000s, and they can't fix the time machine because that technology hasn't been invented yet. And so they're like, hey, guess you have to like go to school and do life in this decade.
Truancy laws.
but then it's also funny because I don't remember why, but they had a pet caveman.
Pick them up on the way, I guess.
I guess so. But it's a really
The only
fun
issue
concept.
I have with that is the fish out of water storylines are really overplayed to me. They're really I'm really sick of fish out of water storylines.
Yeah, but the kids who haven't seen it yet, it's great. You know?
I'm talking about for me here.
Okay, well,
the question
whatever.
is,
Sorry, you're right.
Okay, I think we should be done. But
yeah, this is a long thing.
It's every single list ever
Holy
made.
cow. Okay.
Teen Titans, they did make a reboot of that, and it was apparently okay. Ben 10 would be a cool movie. It just from looking at this screener, you could be like, oh, if this was done CGI with
I see
that'd
it.
be cool.
I see it.
But do we have any final thoughts on the 2000s? This is our final. We're never talking about the 2000s again. We're never allowed to mention our childhoods again. We're never allowed to mention shows we like. This is it. The audience is sick of us. We're never
next week we're talking about the 90s.
A decade we did not live in.
Final thoughts? I don't really have any on the 2000s, do you?
No,
I loved the 2000s.
I think that they're fun. I think that
2000s, that's the word. The 2000s were fun.
I think they were fun.
They were so much fun.
I think that some people say that about the 90s too, and I think that that's the case too. I think that there was a lot of concepts that now we view as cliches, but they were new then, and I think that's what makes a lot of it special.
Are things as much fun now, though? Like
in media? I think in media you eventually
so much.
get to a point where everything's been done before, you know?
I think that,
and we're getting to that.
And when media is like constantly
things become less special.
Things get less special. And less
it becomes less special when you have to go to the TV.
So
you have to turn it on.
Screens.
You have to do I don't know if you had a TV with an antenna.
Oh.
I did. And
no, I had a Minnie Mouse TV.
And you had to wait for the commercials and things like that. And you had to wait. You knew that, oh my God, the new episode of The Wizards of Waverly Place is coming on Wednesday at 8:00. And you know that, and it does make it less special.
We were scrolling through my old Instagram the other day, and we saw a post that I made of like, you guys, the new Wizards of Waverly Place episode comes out tonight. Is anyone excited? And like, no comments, no likes, but like,
oh yeah. Then
we were so
then
excited.
You do the thing where you like your own post, you're like, that'll get it started.
Yeah. Someone said that the other day. They were like, you remember when you used to like your own posts? And I was like, I still like my own posts, but
my posts are funny.
It is because I like my post. I don't know if I like
wouldn't post it if I didn't like it.
Exactly. Okay.
But I don't have that many thoughts on it. Besides just, yes, things were different, but I also know it's probably because things are just more fun when you're a kid in general.
That's true.
Think. But that doesn't, like, I am content with media I am consuming now.
Yeah.
Because my tastes are different. Yeah. You know, like, I'm much more likely to listen or watch things that are a little darker or have a little more violence or a little more drama or things like that.
Yeah.
I'm more likely to be attracted to those things. That doesn't mean it's necessarily worse. It's just different.
This week I watched Tarzan, Finding Nemo, and Ratatouille.
Some things never change.
So...
when you're my age.
Okay.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening to the season return of...
I hate this. You gotta do it again. I interrupted you again.
All right, well, we have to do the whole podcast
Okay,
again.
start over.
All right.
Welcome
back to Why. Thank you guys so much for listening to the season... finale. The season premiere... Give me the outro.
We'll get back into it.
Thank you guys so much for listening to the season premiere of Bearly Bearable Besties. I'm Thomas.
I'm Bianca.
Bow!
Bye! Woo! You want to start now?